What's up, people of the world? It's your boy, the Real Talk reporter, Justin Logical, coming at you with free press raw journalism. Um, it's just a little topic today. I'm let a moral technique kick it for you real quick. Freedom of speech, motherfucker. Okay. Enough for the kids. And you see, that's really what it's all about as far as, what we think we have in this country. We think that we have, freedom, and we've got freedom. There's 100 some odd countries with freedom, and freedom of speech is the big thing they harp on as far as, oh, we're Americans. We got freedom of speech. They can't take that away from us. Well, try to go out on the street and say whatever the fuck you want to say. Try it. See what they do. See what the cops come and do. The cops will come and tell you that if you're saying something they don't want to hear, you're disturbing the peace. So you better get inside and stop saying it. And yes, we do have freedom of speech to a certain extent, but we're not free over here, man. There's all kinds of things that are happening around us that we're just not educating ourselves on. We're not trying to find any sort of answer to these problems that are affecting us daily, 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 daily. A friend of mine, matter of fact, my best friend, he said to me the other day, we were back and forth on text messages, and he said to me, when it comes to the game of life, I'm winning. And when I say I'm talking in his person. He said I'm, not me. I believe he meant between me and him, he was winning. Now, he has a child, he has a wife, and he's not currently employed right now. Some screwed up shit happened to him, and it is not his fault that he's not employed. Um, and yes, he works very hard for his son. The fact that he's not employed right now means that he's there every day taking care of his son, takes his son to school, makes his lunches, makes sure the house is clean, playing Mr. Mom. And I'm not going to hate on him for that because, it takes a real man to do things that, that the norm says that it would emasculate you, when in reality it's not emasculating. It takes a real man to be a real father, something that I didn't have. So I can't hate on him for that. But it just kept ringing in my ear when he said, I'm winning. And, you know, what I kind of feel is that nobody's winning, man. The people, he told me that if I had $1 million, meaning me, Justin Logical, if I had $1 million, I wouldn't be giving a shit about what the government has to say, all this kind of shit. And you know what? Um, I can't say if that'd be true or not because I've never had anywhere near $1 million in my motherfucking bank account. So I really don't know what it would be like. But the reality is that none of us are winning. The people who are closest to winning are the people with their minds open, who are seeing the wool that is pulled over our eyes on a daily basis and being awake. You know what I mean? Why do my eyes hurt? Because you've never used them before. Um, I work every day, man. I go to work every day, and I would love to join the stop working movement, but the reality is that I need somewhere to live. I need something to eat, and I can't do it right now. They have the system wrapped around me, but that doesn't mean that we should just sit and become complacent. That right there is what they want. They want you to say, well, money runs the world. Money makes the world go around. You can't get around it. So you got to make money. You got to do this. You got to do that. You gotta. You don't gotta do nothing but wake up, eat, sleep, and die. And everything else is secondary. And all these things that they've convinced us that we need, that we have to have, we don't, man. I live in a very, very small spot. My spot is is from, here to about there. If I laid down flat in my room, I couldn't make it across twice. Two of me stacked on top of each other. And it's there's scary shit going on right now, and I don't have any real, reporting to do today. All I'm trying to do is to wake people up to the reality that this is not it. This is not all there is. Do you really think that the whole point of life, of reality, of, the gift that we were given, whether you believe in God, God's creator, the prime creator, alien interference, whatever you want to believe in. Do you really think we were given this cognitive resource called our brain, this inquisitive nature to just, you know, I'm gonna wake up, as soon as I'm old enough, I'm gonna get me a job, make me some good money. I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna have me a family, and I'm gonna die. Procreation is something that all life does. Every single living thing in the universe procreates. Okay, so you are not going to convince me that having a child is the albeit and all see it to what you were supposed to do. And not to say that procreation in life is not important, it is, but single-celled amoebas, shit like that can procreate. The dumbest thing that you could think of, dumb as far as things that don't have any knowledge of self, they procreate. So procreation, it cannot be what is the reason for giving for us having this cognitive inquisitive nature. It's not. And the quicker we wake up and we see that we are being conspired against, that the conspiracy is not conspiracy, it is an actual conspiracy. It's not conspiracy theory, it's an actual conspiracy. You are being conspired against. You are that, you can't just get out of the way and let the government, do their thing, and as long as it's not affecting you directly, it is affecting you directly. Did you know that all kinds of big chemical companies pay your local government to dump the chemicals in our water supply? And you say, well, then why aren't we all getting sick? We are all getting sick. We are all getting sick. Slowly but surely. See, they don't dump enough in your water supply to get you sick tomorrow. They got to get rid of those chemicals one way or another. And they don't want to dump them. They got to pay all kinds of money for that. Instead, they give a little back pocket money to your local government officials, elected government officials, and they let them put it in your water supply. Just slowly, slowly trickle it in to where you don't really notice it. I believe I talked about this before. The fluoride that's in your water, that is not good for you. They were trying to convince mothers a few years ago that, oh yeah, put a little tap water in your baby's bottle every now and again. It's good for his teeth. Fluoride's good for its teeth. They try to convince us there's, a PR campaign about fluoride's been in your water forever. It has not. Fluoride's real bad for you. It's real bad for you. Why don't you look it up? It's also in, Prozac, one of the biggest, prescribed drugs, on the market right now. And if we could just all wake up and see that it ain't about who's winning and who's losing, it's about we're all losing as a species, and we need to evolve and we need to progress. The faster things will start to get better, and things will get worse before they get better, but they're going to stay the same, and eventually they're going to swallow us all, and we will all come to the gates of hell, and there won't be any salvation for any of us. For any of us, you know, they say ignorance of the law is not the law, and evil men are the ones in charge. Evil men are allowed to do evil things when good men do nothing. I don't believe that's the exact quote, but I'm just paraphrasing. But really, I'm coming to the end of my thing here because I'm about done. I'm about at the end of my 10 minutes. But just today, what I'm trying to say to y'all is, please, man. And I know I can't do these things every day. You know what? Because nobody even watches these damn things. I get a couple people watching it, and you know what? If I can get a couple people to watch it, all right. But I'm just frustrated, man. I'm at the end of my rope, and I've done a lot of bad in my life. I've done a lot of bad things, and it ain't, I ain't done no killing and shit like that. But I've done things that just are not right, and I've done people who love me very much. I've done them dirty, and I'm sorry for that. But the reality is that I'm awake now, and I'm trying to make a difference. And if I can't make a difference, then what am I gonna do? So I'm gonna say peace out, and I'm gonna say, check out the Corbett Report. That's another YouTube channel, and check out, Lie Too Bad. the raw journalist. That's my boy Mike Rambo. He tells it better than I do. So you know, stay with it, y'all, and do what you can, and just try to be awake.